Hello. Hello. My name's Dion Johnson. I am delighted to be with you here today, waiting for some of you to join on. I've got to tell you, I was trying to not do a Facebook Live today, but I was called upon by one of my Facebook followers who said, "Oi, where's your Facebook Live today?" I really can't believe that. She's called me out, and now I'm here with a really impromptu Facebook Live, no notes or plans or anything like that at all. So, hello. I hope Sylvia will be on this call after calling me out like this. Are you there, Sylvia? If you are watching, please put your name and say hi in the chat box. In fact, everyone that's on, I can see a few people on right now. Put your name in the chat box, say hi, and let me know who you are, where you're coming from. And in fact, right in the chat box right now, I am a woman of influence. Say that. I'll give you another couple of minutes to join. My name is Dion Johnson. I am a strategic ally and master coach to really special, beautiful, brilliant women leaders all around the UK and internationally who want to stay in leadership and keep growing as influencers. They want to up their visibility. They want to be seen. They want to be heard. They want to be taken seriously. They want to inspire the people that they work with to buy into their ideas, opt into their insights, and make really marvelous results and outcomes happen. So if that's you, if you are a woman in senior leadership, then you are really welcome here. If you're not a woman in senior leadership, you're really welcome here. I know that all kinds of people watch these Facebook Lives, and all of you, I am welcoming you. I hope you get something from today's broadcast, which is absolutely unscripted. I was just saying earlier on that I was really hoping to just go to the nail shop because look at the state of my nails. I was going to nip out right now, and then I got called upon by one of my Facebook followers, Sylvia Smith. This is about you. You've called me out to do a Facebook Live, and I'm so grateful that you look forward to the broadcasts. So what am I talking about today? What should I ask you today? You know what's on my heart? I really want to share with you why I think going into business is a bad idea. Why I think going into business is a bad idea. Are you thinking about quitting your job and going into business for yourself? It's such we're in the entrepreneurial age. It's the time and the season when everybody and its dog and its cat is being invited to start a new business. And some of the women that I meet who are at the end of their tether in their job, really going through, they're feeling under-acknowledged, they're feeling misunderstood, they're feeling under pressure in senior leadership, they're feeling undervalued, just not taken seriously by the people that they work with. And they feel like work is like this battleground that every time they go in, they feel like they're just walking, wading through treacle or fighting an uphill battle, or just work is hard work. And in this season, in this era that we're in, where everybody's invited to come on, follow your bliss and go and start your own business. That's really the advice of choice. That's the loud message that's around right now. Women of influence, women in senior leadership are being invited to come and just throw all that in, end your 9-to-5 battle and go and start your own business and have a life on a beach with a laptop and work less and achieve more and get 6 figures and 7 figures in the process. Have you heard those messages? They're definitely around and they definitely sound great. But here's why I'm asking you to not subscribe to that leave your day job. Hello, Demi. Hi, nice to see you here. Thank you for joining me. I'm talking about why I think that leaving your job to go start your own business right now is not a great idea. Even though I know it's the most popular message online right now, and it's the most popular trend right now to just, jack in your 9-to-5, sack your boss and go ahead and, set up your own business. The reason that I think it's a challenge is that For some of the women that approach me and, they're thinking about quitting, because they feel like, they say things like, I can't be myself here. They're not letting me express who I really am. There's resistance to my message or the way that I work or what I want to make happen. I'm being restricted here. There's antagonism here. It's hostile here. And I get it. That a lot of women are really physically sick because of the pressures of work. A lot of people are experiencing all kind of anxiety related, all kind of physical health related issues because they're just not dealing with the stress of work very well. But I just don't buy into the philosophy that what you do in this case, the best thing to do in this case is to leave, is to hop it. It may well be that you're going to go, and let me tell you, hi Charmaine, that I can tell you that there is absolutely nothing wrong with starting your own business. I'm a businesswoman. I'm all for business. And if you've worked with me any at all, then you'll know that one of the things that we'll be working on is how you can begin to create additional streams of income through business, right? But the thing is that when you have this kind of mentality that you have to run away in order to be yourself, or you have to run away in order to feel good, or you have to run away in order to be able to do the things that you want, oftentimes that's the problem. The problem is that you want to run away rather than stay and find a way through the challenge, through the conflict, through whatever it is that's giving you resistance. You see, there is something about going through it rather than running away from it. There's something that builds up in you if you face, one, how you're co-creating the struggle. Because you know that if whatever you're experiencing, you're contributing to that experience. So finding out what you're doing to contribute to the problem, and then finding out how to grow through it rather than run away from it or just go through it with your head down and feeling sick. Finding out how to grow through our challenges is one of the best things that we can do. I remember just recently working with a woman in the Leaders Lounge, and she was going through a really, really dreadful time at work. She had made a mistake a few years back. I can't remember how many years back, but way back she'd made a mistake, and it really resulted in a really bad outcome. And the company had to mop up the issue, and it was really, really bad. But through going through the disciplinary process, they decided that she could stay in the senior leadership team. And she was really struggling. And she came to me when she was really almost out the door. She'd already checked out emotionally. She wasn't really engaged with work. She was feeling really, really resentful and sick about her job and her career. And she really wanted my help to find her a way to get out of the door. And so as we worked in the Leaders Lounge, we really stripped it all back, thinking about what is it that's really going on here. She realized that there were some people in her senior leadership team, her colleagues, who she felt wouldn't let her forget that she'd made this mistake, wouldn't let her move on from it. So they didn't think that she had a right to be there because of this thing that she had done in the past. And so when we explored it and looked at it more, what we realized was that she wanted to run away from it. She wanted to get out of there fast and she didn't even know what she wanted to do. She just wanted to run away. But when we looked at it, the really important thing that was going on there in her workplace was that she had questions about whether she was up for the job, considered in the light of her mistake. She had questions about whether she had a right to be there because of what had happened. She had a right she was questioning about, about what was going to happen because these people didn't want her there. Almost like she was giving them permission to say whether she should be there or not. So we looked at this and we worked through it, which is the point of my message today is we do have to work through things, because what we really saw as we worked on it was that she wasn't bringing herself to work. She'd stopped believing in herself. She'd lost connection with who she was. She forgot that she was a woman of influence. She forgot about her right to be there because of her great insights, her great skills and capacity to lead exceptionally well. And she disconnected from the power that she had and the insights and the visions that she had for her role there. So what am I saying? I'm saying that if you find yourself wanting to scarper because work is too hard or the pressure's difficult, or it's really just hard work being there, and you know that there is this lure to go and start your own business over there, here's what I'd say to you. Work through the problem that you're in right now first. Because if you just run away from it, then guess what happens? It just meets you in your business. Do you know how many businesses are started in just the UK, or let alone globally, every year, every month, every day? Thousands, millions. And of those, very few succeed. And I think it's for this very reason. I think it's because people who had an opportunity to grow in one place, when it got too hot, they usurped the growth process. They usurped the learning. They usurped the journey. And they went on. They went on to the next place. The glamorous, the shiny thing, the big business that's easy to set up in this day and age. They went there, but guess what happened? They took their insecurities, they took their disconnection with self to the new place. And that's why I just don't buy into this kind of glamorizing of starting a business for people who haven't worked through the issue where they are right now. I know this goes against the grain. I know it flies in the face of what's being taught and what's being said, but I believe it with my whole heart that if you are thinking about scarpering off to start off your new business and you can have 7 figures while you're sitting on a beach tapping away at your laptop, it's a lie, actually. It's a myth. That business is going to require you to show up, be whole, be you, and be well connected with your woman of influence. If you can't connect with your woman of influence here, it's highly unlikely that you're going to connect with her just like that when you go there. So what do you think? What do you think about what I'm saying? I know that it's controversial. I know that not everybody will agree with this. And I really want you to hear me saying that I'm not against business. I'm a businesswoman myself. But here's the thing. Hiya, Olatoyin. Hi. Watching from Dubai. This is fantastic. Thank you for coming on and joining. I really would love to hear what you think about this whole notion of leaving what you're struggling with to go and start your own business. Thanks, Hannah. Thanks for totally agreeing. It's so important that we handle our business here before we run off there. I heard a saying once that said, the grass is always greener where you water it. The grass is greener where you water it. So don't be lured by the bright lights and big city of this whole, you can start your business and earn 7 figures. Don't be fooled by that. You belong in that office. You belong in that role. You are a woman of influence. And if you're not operating as that yet, please do the work to connect and operate from that place there. And then business doors will swing open for you, I promise. Let's have a look and see what you're saying. I can see some comments. So Oliver Toyim, bless you for joining us. Hannah, we need to talk with you. It's been ages, hasn't it? It's nice to see you here. Thank you for agreeing. Let's see, Catherine, totally agree that you have to water your grass where you're at. Yeah, you need to prosper where you're planted. If you're not prospering where you are right now, then handle that first and let that swing open doors for you. Because there's something in the working out the problem, going through it, handling it, that's going to really change everything. I'm looking great. Thank you very much, Hannah. Disconnecting from your own power, so useful to recognize when you're doing that. Yeah, often we don't. That's why I say, if you're listening to this and you're a woman of influence and you're struggling where you are right now, 2 things you need to do. Stop a minute. Just stop a minute, take a deep breath, exhale, and the second thing you need to do is get some help. Get some help to think through how you can work through what's happening right here, right now. Now, I'm unashamedly, unapologetically telling you that I can be your girl, but it doesn't have to be me, but it does have to be someone. Invest in the best help you can to take a good look at where you are right now. Because I'm telling you, the woman that I was telling you about earlier on, the one who found out that she'd made a mistake and she was on her way out the door. She'd already checked out emotionally from her job. She made a mistake and she had not forgiven herself for it. If you haven't forgiven yourself for it, it doesn't matter which job you're in, which business you're running. That's an issue that needs to be handled in your professional life. It will show up. It will show up in your professional life. So maybe the struggle that you're going through right now with that boss or with your team or with the workload or with work-life balance or whatever it is that you're struggling with in this place, handle it, go through it, explore it, unpack it. It will have growth potential in it. It will have fuel in it that will help you to get where you're going in a much more evolving, developmental way than if you just be running away the whole time. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. I know that these videos are challenging, right? I know that they are. This morning I was speaking to an ex-client of mine, and she said, well, all of my clients say, Dion, it was so hard working with you. In places it was so challenging and so ouch. And it always makes me cringe when I hear that fed back to me. But the truth of the matter is that if we want to evolve and grow and take our place as women of influence, if we want to make this world a better place, if we want to make our lives better, if we want to evolve, if we want to see our potential come to pass, then there are some challenges involved. It doesn't always feel nice. If nothing changes, right? I've been going on long enough. Let me see if you've got any questions. Have you got any questions? Dion, got to get back for school. And see you later, Demi. Catherine says, great to catch you live. Yeah, great to have you here, Catherine. Thanks for joining me. Charmaine, great to have you here. Thank you, everyone, for joining. You can continue to add to the stream. If you've got questions or if you want to talk to me one-on-one, then I'll put the link to my diary in the chat. You can just apply for a session in my diary and we'll see where we go. I want you to remember today that you are a woman of influence here at such a time as this, to change our world. You're not too small. You're not too insignificant. You may need to find another way to show up in all of your influential glory. And that's why I'm making this video. That's why I'm doing this work, because I believe in you and I want you to believe that you are a woman of influence here to change something. Repeat after me. I am a woman of influence. Do you say it out loud? I am a woman of influence. Yes, you are. See you later.